Sister Malar Joseph, Mr. Perico Prabhu, Reverend Father Amarnath, all the beloved Sister of Tarbs, all the staff of St. Francis Xavier's, all the parents who are here, and all my dear graduating students. When I got an invitation for this ceremony, for this graduating ceremony, I told my dearest friend, in fact, a fellow student who studied with me and also was a fellow boarder, that I got this invitation. And she said, Naina, life has come a full circle for you. And definitely, standing here today, I really feel that life has come a full circle for me, because this is where it all started for me. I mean, I went to many schools before I came to St. Francis Xavier's. Many schools. I came here as a class 7 student, and I graduated. I finished my 10th standard from here. But it was here, I think, that I got my strongest foundation. I say that because I came from a rural setup, and for me to come from a rural setup and have this sort of spoken English, it was because of St. Francis Xavier's that I can speak like the way I am speaking right now. So I think all due should go to St. Francis Xavier's Girls High School for that. And also, when I say it shaped me, gave me a strong foundation, I also mean as a very young girl to have, to dare to dream. I think it really gave me wings. So that's why, I truly believe SFX gave me the strongest of foundations from all the schools that I went to. And boarding was one of the places. It taught me discipline. I know Reverend Father told me that probably you're one of those exceptional politicians who came here on time, but it's true. It is because of the boarding schools, because of the values that it instilled in me that I am here, on time. And there are a couple of many other things that I learned, even to hold a fork and knife and to fold a serviette. That is what I learned at the boarding school of St. Francis Xavier's. And, that's instilled a whole lot of things in me, the way that I have turned out to be as this woman today that you're seeing. It is because of the boarding, and it is because of the school. I can say that with a lot of certainty, for sure. And I need to tell you this, that this was the school that gave me a whole lot of opportunities. All my teachers, all the sisters who were there at the boarding and even at part of the administration, they really did give me a lot of opportunities because I was involved in a whole lot of things. I was pretty good at studies. I did well for myself. I did well in sports, and did well in cultural activities. So it was because of the school that I had that stage and I had that confidence. Today I've turned out to be this woman that you see. I say this in many schools. I go to many rural schools and I speak about the stage that was given to me at the school. Because if I speak or if I'm able to deliver anything, it is because of the stage that the school gave me, and I'm extremely proud of that. And like many of you delivered in your lecture, I will always be a proud Xavierite. And I carry that with a lot of pride and a lot of sense of responsibility, I should say that. And to tell you the truth, I should tell you one truth. I lost every election that I stood here. So I was nominated to contest for the head girl. I also even stood for the house captain. I was part of the St. Teresa's, I was part of the St. Teresa's group. What was it called? House, right? Yeah, so I lost that election. I lost the election of the head girl. And if I remember, my last sports day as a 10th standard student, I did not win too many medals. I did not do as well as I was expected to do. So it was a major setback. But you know what? The school told me never, ever give up. And today, I won one of the most important elections of my life. And so that's why you're seeing me today as the chief guest here. So, it just gave me this sense of thing that, that everything's not lost. even though I had lost everything here. But I went out here with a lot of confidence to be able to face the world. And I think one of the biggest lessons that I learned from this school was not to limit your ambitions that because you're a girl. I think that's one of the biggest takeaways for me from this school. Because I know that as graduating students, especially girls, you're going to be told once you go out to the world that you are a girl and there will be a lot of limitations, but don't listen to any one of them. Because this school, I think that's one of the biggest values that they would have given you. Today, your principal said in her speech, she said that follow your dreams with faith and courage, and that's what you need to do as a girl. Always follow your dreams with a lot of faith and courage, and do whatever you want to do as a girl, and go wherever you want to go as a girl. Don't ever think that being a girl is a limitation, and if I could be any beacon of hope for you for that, I mean, like all of you know, out of an assembly of 224 members in the assembly, there are only 10 women, and I'm one of them. So it is really important that we as women should not think that there are limitations, and especially going out of a girls' school, I think you all should all explore your opportunities. And I'm also very grateful that I had this opportunity to study at this wonderful school, because I remember many of my teachers from here. I know many of them are not here anymore. Many of them have passed away. But I remember some of them very fondly. When I first came in, I remember Miss Philo, who was my first class teacher. I remember Miss Raji. I remember Miss Leela. And I remember my warden, Sister Susanna. And of course, our principal, Sister Basil, was here, but I think she's left. So some of these are memories that I have of this school, I think, which is never going to go away from me. But there is one thing that I would like to speak here. I don't know whether this is the appropriate forum, but I think as a responsible citizen, or probably responsibility of my role, I think it is important for me to say that I come from a reserved constituency. So which means I come from a reserved constituency means I'm a Dalit from my background, and it's important for all of you to know that that I would like to suggest to the school that when you are allowing these girls to face the world, I think I had a lot of identities. I had an identity of being a boarder. I had an identity of being somebody who's a sports person. I had an identity of somebody who is being involved in cultural activities, somebody who represented the school outside. But I think I was never comfortable with the identity of my caste. And I think that's something that, you know, I never felt empowered about. But once I got into politics, that is one of my biggest empowerment. I think since these girls are out there to face the world, or they will be going to face the world, I think it's important that people who come from underprivileged backgrounds or from economically weaker sections, I think it's important for the school and the staff and the fellow students to ease them into the system, to make them feel proud about their identity. I think it is never to say that I have been treated here with prejudice. In fact, I have never ever felt prejudice here in St. Francis Xavier's Girls High School. I never felt anything about my caste. But I think it is important because you're going to go face the real world. And these are some of the important things that you will definitely, these are challenges that you're definitely going to face. So you need to prepare yourself for that. So I feel it is, you know, as a former student, as an alumni, that I would want students who are graduating from here to be able to face the real world with the real challenges that they may have to face in the future. But before I conclude, I would like to tell you or recite the poem of Rabindranath Tagore, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, when knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way, into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee, into ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. I say this because I believe that education is one part which will definitely break some of the prejudices, help you assimilate into the society. So I think it is really important for all of you who are going to face the world from here that you realize what Rabindranath Tagore has said. I would like to congratulate all the graduating students. I wish you all the best. I really hope that you will have a successful future. And I also congratulate all the parents who are here, because I'm sure that you all are beaming with pride here today. I'm sure that that's what some of our parents felt. My fellow friend Rachna is here. I mean, we were reliving our memories of what it was to be here at St. Francis Xavier's, what the graduating days were. Thank you so much for making me a part of this graduating ceremony. Thank you so much once again.